Living paycheck to paycheck is a common and stressful situation many people face around the world. A recent study found that over 64% of Americans are now living paycheck to paycheck. If you are one of those people, do not worry, there are steps that can be taken now to stop this behavior and start building wealth for the future. Today, I will share 5 simple yet effective steps to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and take control back over your finances and your life. In this channel, I share stories and tips on how to achieve financial freedom. My wife and I are currently living abroad in Asia because we hit Coast Fire, which allowed us to semi-retire abroad. For more personal finance and investing tips for both families and individuals, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Okay, y'all, let's talk about ways to break the living paycheck to paycheck habit. Number 1 is we must start to understand spending behavior on a much deeper level. Everyone's wants, desires, and financial background look a little bit different. But regardless of our circumstances, it's crucial that each of us take the time to sit down and do 2 very important things. Number 1, find out where the heck our money is going each month. It's easiest just to look at the prior month and review what spending occurred. Remember though, to write down the reasons, emotions, or why behind why your money went towards certain things. And number 2, identify areas where you can make simple improvements without sacrificing everything you want. For example, maybe you're someone who loves to get an expensive coffee each day in the morning. Depending on your individual preferences, you could cut down coffee time to not be every morning or just opt out for a more affordable option. The next step is to make your money decisions conscious by following the plan that you made to reduce unnecessary spending behavior. You've got this. You don't have to be perfect, but just try to make small improvements each day. Many people will talk about the importance of budgeting your money. And I don't know about you, but once I hear the word budget, I feel a little bit bored and not very excited. Instead, I like to keep this mindset of being more conscious with my spending and prioritizing my money to go to certain categories before spending it all. And this actually leads into our next step to break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Number 2 is to put money into savings in case of an emergency. One of the biggest stresses of living paycheck to paycheck is when unexpected expenses happen. Think of, for example, your car suddenly breaking down, a water heater going out. The list is truly endless. Another reason to have some extra money in savings is because of the rising cost of living. Essentially, it is a cushion to help you during difficult times. Another reason to have a savings fund, I actually like to call it an emergency fund, is because it allows you not to have to pull out of your investment and retirement accounts in case of an economic downturn, which always happens from time to time. It provides us with this peace of mind because we can use the emergency fund while we wait for investments to recover. It's recommended to have a fully funded 2+ year emergency fund that can cover all expenses for 2 years, especially in retirement. In this channel, I share a lot on emergency funds and especially on how to prepare one for retirement. If interested, you can check out other videos on this channel. One last note here, friends, is that an emergency fund should go into a high-yield savings account because they have higher interest rates compared to a normal banking savings account. Currently, my wife and I use Citibank to hold our emergency fund and have been able to make some nice additional passive income from the interest payments. On to number 3. When you get paid, actually pay yourself. So what I mean here is instead of going out and blowing all of your hard-earned money, pay yourself first by putting a portion of that money into savings and investing. Paying yourself first can also look like spending money to do things to improve yourself, since after all, investing in yourself is the best investment that can reap many dividends in the future. You could use your money to buy a new book or learn a new skill, just to name a couple examples. A quick note when it comes to investing in the stock market. I highly recommend not pursuing a high-risk, high-reward strategy. That's just me, but I follow the strategy of investing in reliable index funds, such as the S&P 500 and the Total Stock Market Index Fund. By doing this, guys, you are essentially investing in a pool of stocks that tracks a specific market index and tends to be much more safe over the long run. And remember, a common misconception is that you need a lot of money to get started, but this simply is not the case. The goal should be to start a habit of investing, even if it's just a little each month. You got this, fam. Number 4 is to invest in assets to increase income or passive income. The truth is, we only have so many hours that we can work each day. Even if we are consistently getting a raise at work, the total amount of money we can make from a job is capped. So one of the best ways to increase income is to create or invest in passive cash flow producing assets. The amazing thing about these type of assets is that you can make some money 24/7. Here are a couple examples of assets that create passive cash flows. Having a product or service that people buy, renting out your extra space that you don't use, or even an extra room to someone, investing in real estate, etc. So my wife and I had this investment type of mindset in college, and through hard work we were able to buy our first townhome as college students. But believe me, the property we purchased was not fancy by any means, but fit into our budget. It was also in a great location that we later rented out. Now we currently have 2 rental properties while living abroad. The extra income from these assets has been wonderful. Now take some time to think about extra ways that you can make more money on the side. In a nutshell, an asset is something that puts money into your pocket, like dividends from a stock. And a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, like a depreciating car. Just start where you're at. If there's a will, there's a way. Do some research and find something that is interesting to you, then give it a shot. And number 5, say goodbye to bad debt. Debt is this burden that is weighing down so many people around the world. It holds us back from achieving our dreams. A huge reason why people are left without savings or extra money at the end of the month is because too much income is going towards unnecessary debt payments. According to Experian, the average total consumer household debt in 2022 was over $100,000. LendingTree tells us that the average car payment for a new vehicle is $725 per month. This behavior of going into bad debt is unfortunately very welcomed in our society. Remember y'all, that true happiness does not come from having the nicest things, but from being a good person, having self-control, and helping others in need. Now, good debt is something that provides you with a dividend. Going to school, for example, gives you the opportunity to improve yourself and make more money. Investing in assets allows you to receive more income. Just be careful not to over leverage yourself with debt. But for the focus of today's video, the next step here is to get out of bad debt. This could look something like getting a nice, reliable used car with cash if possible, and paying off credit card and consumer debt ASAP. Get rid of those loans that you do not need. And on this channel, I have other videos sharing about the debt snowball and debt avalanche strategies that can be used to pay off debt. Feel free to check them out if interested. If you found this video insightful or helpful, please leave a like, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe for more financial tips.